Taking notes of my keyboard. What you bothering me for? There's a room full of niggas. What you following me for? Say the fucking sing along. So girl, what you singing for? Cause you blowing like a seaford. My whole like a seaford. 20 rolling, big parties in the trash, they going. Treats in the top, with the top glass, with a handful of girls, and they all so foreign. Bring some poison, rainbows flowing. Light skin chick, first light from blowing. Whole life fence, first flight from home. Flipping, is it loving the crew? They loving the crew. They loving the crew. Oh, they loving the crew. Oh, they loving the crew. They loving the crew. They loving the crew. They loving the crew. Taking notes of my keyboard. What you bothering me for?
Hey y'all. Hello, everybody. Please let me know if you can hear me and if I sound clear. I was trying to be strong when I got on here, but just y'all comments just got me emotional just that fast. Like, not me waiting on y'all to comment, then y'all comment and I get right back in my feelings. I'm so sad. I'm so sad when I tell you guys that I took this hit so personal. Like, y'all know the little TikTok, like, ain't nobody tell me nothing. Ain't nobody tell us nothing. They let us get all the way here with, the hopes that even though we may have struggled through this season as far as ratings because it wasn't a bad season, they were going to bring them back and we were going to get a third one. Like, the fact that we're not getting anything, I'm so emotional. But how you guys, please hit that like button. Please, as you come in, hit that like button. Of course, show me some love. I am really excited, even though this is the last episode or the series finale. I'm glad that we are going out with a bang, and I have an awesome guest here who I know is going to contribute so much. I have no clue what he thinks about the show. Like, I really do, but it's an entirely different perspective because you guys know that I am not a fan at all of sports, basketball, anything. I don't know nothing about nothing. So this is a big introduction to me, but I have somebody here who has been just pretty much a day one fan. So I can't wait to hear how he feels about the show. But before I bring him out, let me read a couple of these comments and then we can get started and say goodbye to our guys. Oh my God. I'm so sad, y'all. Let's see. Hello, Tracy Lee. This show was incredible. And there is so much more to be told. Shaking my head. Even Dr. Bust's daughter loves the show. I just watched her on Winning Time podcast show on YouTube. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Like, we're going to get into who didn't love the show so much and why I think it maybe contributed to where it is now. Hello, pretty girl Danny. Thank you so much for being here. Say, hey, y'all. I can't believe we not going to be able to hear Magic say, I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that anymore. Hopefully another network picks up the show and doesn't change anything. We're going to talk about that too, Danny. We're going to see. Hello, TG. Thank you so much for being here. Suburbia Jones, the struggle is always real. Thank you so much for being here. Also, let's see. No. It's a lot of no. No, it can't be. We need more. We need a whole lot more. Hola, everybody. Thank you so much, Polly. Let's see. Your boo is here. Thank you so much. I always look forward to my boo being here, and I appreciate you every single time. Hello, Nicole. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know if you got into the show because I had to recommend this to a whole lot of you guys, but I'm hoping that at this point you're all caught up and you're just invested in this as we are. Hello, Bree. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into it for one last time. Just the last time. Oh, man. Well, you guys, I am going to hold on. Monique is here. Y'all know I have to say Monique name because it's just special. Hello, Monique69 Ways Johnson. You just have to say her name when she gets here. Hey, Tyra, chat. Got my Kleenex for my tears. Yeah, we're definitely going to need them. But now that we are all here, make sure you hit that like button so we can get some more people in here, especially since this is the very last time that we will be discussing the show. Now, before we jump right into the show, I would love to bring out my awesome guest so that he can tell you a little bit about what he does over there on the Latino slant and just a little bit about himself before we get into shedding these tears. Hello, Polly. Thank you so much for being here. Don't cry, Polly. Don't cry.
You know me. This is a tragedy. A tragedy. This is why corporate television, corporate owners suck. I mean, this. First of all, hey everyone in the chat. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? This is a masterpiece. Every episode is a masterpiece. It's a master class in direction, in storytelling, in writing, in the dialogue,
Acting.
what they're saying, and then the actors.
Yeah.
I was so gutted when I saw it, and it was right away. I think I just finished watching episode 7.
Yeah.
Alert. And a lot of people in my circles, they just don't care.
Yeah.
And it's so weird, man.
Yeah.
And I think, struggles, it's like being a Laker fan. I've been a Laker fan since I was a kid. I'm raised here.
Yeah.
I'm an LA boy. And, what I do love about the show is that it shows just how many times it just failed. There's way more failures to come. That's another heartache. But it's kind of we're used to it. And I really don't recognize the modern era of the Lakers. So no, I think that whole thing's a fail. But yeah, I mean,
I'm not embarrassed to say I shed a tear for this episode. I really did.
I mean, anytime Adrien Brody talks, I mean, any all these actors, and I've never seen the actor play Magic before, but he is an incredible young actor.
Amazing. Him, the actor that's portraying Larry Bird.
Oh my God!
Nixon, everybody is just so on point.
Kareem,
so amazing.
In honor of Kareem, for I did want to put on. They didn't do the goggles right.
They didn't.
If you remember in when he's in Airplane, and they showed it in episode 1, I believe, season 1, where he's Roger the co-pilot in Airplane the movie. Mm-hmm. Remember, he's acting. Kareem's acting. So he plays a co-pilot. He gets knocked out or gets ill like everyone else does because he ate the fish, and they had to pull him out, and he's got his goggles out. He's knocked out. He's got his goggles on, and he's in his Laker shorts. That was awesome.
Well, I know, Polly. It's so much because I know I only have you for so much time. So I want to just.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I can go on.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna give you the screen for a minute just so you can tell the people about yourself and where to find you and all that good stuff.
And then before you do that, let's do a screenshot because I want to share this on Twitter. So
absolutely.
Smile. All right. Gotta do that, guys. You gotta do that. So yeah, I've been watching your analysis every week. Your analysis on the show has been fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I was so nervous to discuss the show because I don't know anything about sports. I was like, I don't know how this is going to come across because I've mostly been seeing the guys talk about it and they know all these facts and history. I'm like, I'm just going to, do it from the show viewpoint and just have fun with it. This is really as much of a drama it is. This is a really funny show. I have a good time with it.
Absolutely. And what's incredible about this show is, especially in season 1, and the thing is that they don't show the sport a lot.
Yeah,
it's not except for this last episode. Mm-hmm. these episodes aren't about like the games that they play. Like you don't see, which makes when they're playing so special.
Yeah.
And we can get into that because I have a theory. I'm like nerding out on the show.
No, you're fine, Polly. I'm going to give you the screen so we can dive in because we have so freaking much to cover. Here you go, Polly.
Okay.
Let the people know where to find you and what you do over there at the Latinos Land.
Hey everyone. First of all, Struggle Reviews TV. It's an amazing channel. I love her and love what she does with all the movies that she reviews. So that's fantastic. Think of us as that sister, site in regards to Latino entertainment. What I do is I cover movies that you probably haven't heard of and that I think you should see that are incredible, whether they're 30 years old or they're, from, or just been released. I also cover a lot of pop culture stuff. We also interview actors, writers, and directors, which is fantastic. I have Edward James Olmos, Danny Trejo interviews. If you scroll on down, you can catch those. The actors. You hit videos. Okay, yeah. Hit the home, and I'm also about town. Like I'll go to art galleries. I'll interview people in the community. I cover a wide range of subjects. American Homeboy. That's a new documentary that came out. We had guests on. There's the interview right there that I did with the Blue Beetle director, Angel Miguel Soto. He's fantastic, and really that's what I cover, guys. It's there's so much great entertainment in coming in and out of Hollywood here in the States, and that's my priority. I don't really cover Latin American exports. I'm more interested in U.S. Latino creations that we're doing. I just think it's important, and I got some funny faces I make there in my shorts. And really, that's what I've been doing on the side. And I'm live every Monday. This Monday coming up, Struggles is going to be one of the guests. Every Monday, I try to have a guest on. We just had a couple directors of this horror comedy movie coming out. So always giving the spotlight to those independent filmmakers. And then, like I said, some actors who you might have recognized. So yeah, come on by. And I would say 95% of my site is in English. So if you're wondering, well, Latino slang, is that stuff in Spanish? I don't know no Spanish, Polly. I got you. So yeah, that's what we do, and pretty much new videos almost every day. Struggle. So yeah, gracias.
Oh, I love that. I don't know no Spanish, Polly, because that's me. I don't know no Spanish, Polly.
That's always the first thing. What are you, Spanish? No Spanish side? Latino? I don't know no Spanish.
Yeah. But just before we dive, I guess, directly into the episode, I just wanted to cover a few things. Like, this turned into something more than I thought it would. I was just prepared to, just recap a few things and then, bask our way and wait until we got a third season. But unfortunately, guys, we are not getting that. So I just wanted to, run a couple of things by you guys as to why maybe the show did get canceled. Number one, what I keep seeing is all the low ratings. And of course, up there, I had to put no promotion. I saw absolutely no promotion for this show. I remember when the first season came out, I felt like the promotion was minimal, but it was just something that I wanted to check out, just to watch something different. And I was like, wow, this show is really, really amazing. And I was really longing to see season 2. But getting into this year, I have seen absolutely no promotion for this show. And I also saw the current climate of, I guess, younger audiences aren't engaged with this type of show. I'm like, I'm just honestly not understanding the disconnect, because it's just amazing. And then you also have the backlash going on from the players like Magic Johnson, like Kareem, who really low-key want nothing to do with the show because they weren't involved and they really don't have anything positive to say about it, which really hurts my feelings, because they look at a performance like Quincy, who is Isaiah Quincy, who portrays Magic Johnson, or I think his name is Solomon, who portrays Kareem, and they called them shallow, like stick figure interpretations of who we are. I was like, what? But they're amazing. Like, how do you feel about this, Polly, and what really happened for the show to just get the axe?
Well, to get the axe, I mean, I would have to say that I'm in a bubble, right? The LA bubble. So it's almost like being a Laker fan. If you're not a Laker fan, you might be turned off to this show. If you're not a sports fan, if you're not a basketball fan, because you're going to think, oh, basketball show. I don't want to see that.
But that's me, Polly. That's me.
Right. Exactly. And then, so I think they had that going against it. I think lack of promotion, because I remember vaguely seeing it last year when it debuted, but I really wasn't interested. But honestly, I didn't know Adrien Brody, Segel, and Reilly were the leads. Had that been properly conveyed to me, because even with the advertising and some of the photo shoots they did, it's like
it looks campy.
Right. So but then also the politics too. I don't think that the Adam McKay, who's one of the creators, his other deal just got canceled as well. So right now, because of the strike, studios are just cleaning up house. Like big time.
I knew that was coming, because shows are getting canceled now for less. So I was just really praying that it would, they would renew it, because it's just so great. Like, why do you think they didn't say anything sooner? Like, did they think that would mess with engagement? Like, they waited all the way up into this last episode to say, "Oh, okay, we're canceled." I was like, no.
Well, I mean, the studios don't. I mean, the fact that they even said anything, it's like they don't have to say anything. They look at their ledger and see, it's on to the next. Kind of what they do with a lot of films.
Yeah.
I also, honestly, too, this is not a cheap show.
No, it's not.
It's not. So they take all that in, and then when you're not bringing in the numbers and the new eyeballs, like a House of Dragons or The Last of Us, you're gonna get the X. A lot of stars. I don't know if they took pay cuts. A lot of music that they used. That's expensive when you're licensing music.
We're gonna get there, because it's I brought up some of those things with my thoughts on, because that's everybody's go-to. Like, can it get picked up? I really thought we were gonna get here, Polly, because I'm not a fan of basketball at all. So once I got into the show, I got into everything else. I was like, oh, we about to get spinoffs. We're gonna get all of these, great rivalry background, Bulls versus Pistons, and all of this, potential of just all of these opportunities of what could happen, even, moving forward into the now and getting something like a Kobe Shaq type situation. I just saw all kind of possibilities that we are never going to get, and I am so disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
And I think that the creators knew as well, which is why they kind of just sped through the timeline with everyone, because it was so well laid out in the first season that we forgot about Gina. And everything she's going, oh, she's got a boyfriend now? Oh, she's all grown up? Because they saw the ending. So they were probably given to say, hey, you should probably make a little montage of the
I think with the way the season went, I feel like probably by episode 4 or somewhere like that, because the pacing was pretty long, and then because we focused a whole lot on the Paul Westhead situation, and then it was just kind of like a shift, and we did all of these time jumps in all these years. I felt like they took a little time to go, well, you know what, we're not going to renew, and then they had to regroup and change the story. I am more so disappointed here, because I was really touched that very first episode. I got so engaged because we opened with Magic's diagnosis in that first season, and mentally I always thought that we would close there. Though I love the game and I love the show and everything, I was really looking forward to watching how Magic dealt with everything, being that face in 1991, retiring, early. I just really, because he's, this is they really focused on the rivalry this season, but this show is just as much about Magic's, journey as anybody else. He's, kind of low key the main focus, along with somebody like Dr. Bust in his life. I really was hoping that we were going to get here, and I'm really disappointed that we're not going to get to see that. Like that's just an amazing journey and just a big part of his career and his name. And I really wanted to see this, Polly.
So yeah, I mean that would have been the great bookend. It's probably 2 seasons more, right? Give it, or at least give us 10 episodes that we can get there, because you got three-peat, you got Rise, then they go up against Detroit, and freight. It's a freight train, and that's when they start losing. Because they went to the finals a lot, and then of course what happened in '91, which just flattened everyone. Anyone who was, and we all remember, or I remember exactly where I was at when he came on the radio and we heard it, and so that, I mean, and like you said, the fact that they showed that at the very beginning, pretty Shakespearean type of storytelling, man.
Yeah.
You're just like,
this
whoa.
With me, Polly, I don't know anything about these players. I don't follow anybody. And just to see how, even though Magic is Magic and he's just as cocky as he wants to be, and they made it a point in this episode, like Magic has all of this joy. I just wanted to see the impact on his life and his mental state to, become the face of something, like be a pariah, nobody, just because nobody knew any better, not wanting to be on the court with him or not wanting him to play, when he did come back. Like, I was really looking forward to all of that. So it just feels like such a missed opportunity that we are just, we're done. I'm not done. I'm not done at all, Polly. But hey, this is where we are, and this is like really, really, really unfortunate that we're not going to get that. Like, I guess I need to just look more into Magic's history and just get more into just the team myself, since we're not going to get what I thought we got behind the camera. I did not know that we had 2 Black women behind the camera.
Oh yeah. Sally Richardson is an incredible director.
I didn't know that. I remember that first episode that I reviewed, I think, of the show, and I just kind of looked then, because normally I don't look at the direction, but it's just been so amazing. I was like, who is back there? Sally Richardson, directed this finale episode, the one before that, the very first one, really, really good. And then you have Tanya Hamilton here. She directed 2 of the midway episodes. Like, the direction.
She directed my favorite one.
Yeah, which one was that? No.
Hamburger Hamlet?
Which
episode 5?
Yeah.
That's the one you liked as well. That's the one where Paul goes and meets his daughter and wife at the restaurant.
Oh gosh, when he was naive to not think that he thought he was the captain.
Okay, so let's give these women their roses, because this is top tier directing.
Yes.
Top tier directing.
Beyond.
I could see them directing an Indian action film, because they know how to balance drama, color, music, and action.
Yeah.
My theory is that they viewed the basketball playing as if these men were superheroes. So when you got to go see them play, saying, no, we're not going to do the boring, angles that we're used to watching a basketball game on television.
Yeah.
We're going to do it as if these men they're giants, and it's incredible to watch them regular speed.
These last few episodes of the angles, the ball, like, it really got me invested. Like, you feel like you're in the stands and you're watching. Like, nothing really just makes me get out of my seat. I got out of my seat because I was so excited, especially with this past episode, because we went like through all 7 games. It was so good, Paulie. I was so invested and really felt like a part of the the stands, the fans. It was amazing. Yeah.
And the filter of what you were seeing looked different, because they were in battle. This was battle. It was warfare. It was mental, physical, basketball battle. That's why the filter looked different. And the level of the camera, it wasn't that free kind of feeling that you saw when you were doing the montage with Grease, or doing the montages with the Who song.
Yeah.
This last episode was just just so visceral.
Yeah.
That's like the best word I can think of.
I just love it, especially with Sally Richardson, because I know, like, to start off as, an actress and be in the industry for so long. So I was very surprised that she did this. This was amazing.
She's great.
Other network options, y'all. I really don't feel like anybody's gonna pick up this show. For this show to be as amazing as it is, like we just spoke of with the art direction, the directing, the actors, because we do have some vets here, like Adrien Brody, Jason Segel. It's like those people cost. The newcomers here are awesome, but between the actors here and just how expensive I think the budget for this show must be, I really couldn't even imagine that we would get picked up by any other network to continue on with the third season. What about you, Polly?
It's so rare. It's got to be cheap. It's got to be easy to produce.
Yeah.
The Lincoln Lawyer got picked up by Netflix, but it was ready and they had produced an episode for CBS.
Yeah.
And it was all ready to go. Netflix took it, and it was a good gamble. Now they just, the second season just came out. That's not your cheapest film, television show, but it's got to be economical, and especially nowadays.
Yeah.
This is like the worst timing to try to find this type of show a new home. I mean, I would love another season. Netflix is not afraid to do this. Okay, now let's talk about this. Netflix picked up one of my favorite television shows called The Last Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
Okay, so the first two seasons were on like History Channel or PBS, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then they picked it up and did 3 more seasons, and these seasons were not cheap. On location, Vikings and battles and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they went out on top, 5 seasons, and then they also produced a movie that just came out. And it's a very entertaining show that had it up there. I don't know. The thing is that kind of like Winning Time, I only discovered Last Kingdom its final season.
Mm-hmm.
But Netflix they've been known to do that. They've been known to pick something up. So you never know.
It would be amazing, like the way that I will say this, with it being rushed, they did a good job at tying it up, because that was a hard job with everything that's kind of unfinished. So they did their best. But yeah, I would be very surprised if this show got picked up, because this isn't cheap and we want it back, but I'm sure we wouldn't want it any other way than what we have. But getting into this episode was amazing. We opened where we started with the first episode of this second season, and it's "Don't worry about me, coach. This is gonna be a sweep." I was like, okay, you know what, Magic? Don't start with the sweep talk. Magic gets one win and he just be ready to go. No, it's easy. Like, it's in the bag. Like, it's never in the bag. I always love how Pat tries his best to reel him in. Like, don't get cocky, don't get comfortable, stay hungry. Nothing's ever going to be a sweep. Like, always stay on your toes. But Magic always tries to ease his way into, no, we're fine, I got it. And clearly they did not. How did you feel about this opening, Polly, and Magic just being Magic, pretty much?
Egos, man. I mean, these are some of the greatest athletes in the world at that time. But coach, not Riles. I love that.
Yeah, what am I drinking? Cream soda, Brie. It's just cream soda.
Yeah, I'm actually on a birthday diet, so I'm doing Coke Zero. Boring. But I've lost 8 pounds.
All right, way to go, Polly.
Yeah,
You lose even more weight. Them Celtics fans come chase you down the block because they are ridiculous in this episode. Like, I always heard about Celtic fans, word of mouth, but just to even see them represented here, they are fucking crazy. Like, it's ridiculous.
Listen, I got a couple of friends in Boston, a couple of subscribers, members of the channel from Boston.
Mhm.
I'm not talking to you guys, but I think Boston fans are disgusting. There, I said it.
Absolutely. They displayed
You
just
know
how
what?
disgusting they were in this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, we'll just say Celtic fans. How about that? Celtic fans.
Celtic fans. Let's see.
Wow.
Worthy. I don't want to hear that shit. Magic freezes. Magic is so mad here. Like, Magic instantly got in his body and in his head. Like, I love the visual of him constantly making eye contact with Bird and them just forgetting about the teams and low-key making it all about them. Once again, Magic, just give me the ball. Just give me the ball. When Kareem has to tell you to relax. Like, relax, Magic. You are doing too much. You know, you're not out here by yourself. All of us is here, but he's internalizing this so much. Like, I need to beat Larry instead of, you know, just doing the best and just being in his moment with his team, that he freezes up at the last minute. And it's just like, oh, like, I don't even know what happened. What did you think about this in Magic pretty much yelling at everybody and just getting upset at the fact that this is his rival? Like, I didn't know that the rivalry was this bad. Like, the way that they do a good job of promoting it. If it wasn't this bad, let me know, because here it looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. Like, the Magic screaming at Worthy and just screaming at everybody just because he couldn't. I'm not understanding why he froze up. I know why he froze up. It's because you're making it about you instead of about the team. But yeah, what a time to freeze up, Magic. If you're gonna do all of this, talk all your shit, I'm gonna need you to be ready. But go ahead, Polly.
Right. You know, the young man is so full of himself. And then when push comes to shove, you finally get your match with Larry Bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
He played you. He played you like a cheap violin. I don't know what. Larry Bird was a master of the mind.
Oh,
And
he learned it from Red. Oh,
well,
man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Red picked the right man. I mean, listen, Larry Bird was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But the rivalry, their rivalry was real when they're on the court, right? Because this would be there'd be two other matchups, which we don't get to see because they canceled the damn show.
Don't even say it, Polly. I'm mad. I love this. I love this comment, Bree. I love how Kareem and Magic they've come so far. He couldn't stand Magic at first. Magic really stepped into his leadership in this last episode. Like, I was worried how they were going to leave off of that, because, you know, he's been kind of hands off as far as responsibility and only wanting, you know, the fame and the fortune and the glamour of it, and not none of the, you know, the nitty gritty stuff. But I feel like he really stepped into his captain shoes in this episode, and it was great. But him and Kareem have come a really long way. It just makes me think of that first season where he kept trying to bring Cap that orange juice, and he just wasn't satisfied every single time. They came very, very far. I see Magic turning into an NFL diva wide receiver. So selfish. Yeah, it was a lot, but you get to see, like, don't get comfortable. As soon as you got comfortable and cocky, Bird came and gave you the stink eye, and all of a sudden we don't know how to play anymore. Like, get out of your head and get out of your body. Get back into the game. As Kareem said, relax.
Well, he said breathe.
Yeah, breathe, relax. Like, relax. It's okay.
Yeah. Man. You're not breathing. You can't see. You're not even listening to your teammates. This is a team. And I'm sorry, really quick. There's no reason why they should have lost.
No,
there's no reason. Right?
Yeah, this game here, no, they shouldn't have lost. This is a couple of games that's coming up where it was like, what the hell's going on out there? What y'all doing to my players? This is abuse. We're gonna get to those games. But that particular game, there was no reason for them to lose. But that's how much he is in his head, making it about the rivalry instead of just trying to aim for that championship. But we have Red to thank for that. I love all of the moments with him and Dr. Bus and the mind games. Like, I just thought that between Red and Larry Bird, it was all verbal as far as, you know, mind games and what they were willing to do to get inside of Dr. Bus's or Magic's head. The way that they turned it into a physical assault this episode, I was so surprised. I was so surprised at the strategic scheming that was coming up off of Red and Larry Bird. I was like, y'all was out here moving. If you have to do all of this to win, then you're not that good. Like, why? It got really ridiculous this episode. Now I think in the moment that Magic was so in his head that he wanted Cookie to come out there and kind of face the press with him for those pictures, and that's what that was about. And of course, above we have Bus right away trying to have a little sit down with Honey, and Honey is just not trying to hear it, which we are going to get into because girl, please.
Right.
But yeah, Red and the mind games. I love just the rivalry all around with the coaches as well as the owners, as well as, you know, our two lead players. It was great.
Those are other characters that really got lost in the seven episodic season.
Absolutely. You see, I put up there. Oh yeah, Claire. They brought Black. I was like, oh, I totally forgot the way that Claire was such a major part of that first season, and for them to just kind of shoe her in this episode, we saw Claire a whole lot this episode. She even, you know, cussed at Dr. Bus in a major way.
That was great.
But I totally forgot about her. I was like, oh, all right. But yeah, we get into Jay here, like new hair, curls for the girls, and she has been pillow talking with her boyfriend, talking about we're dating. This totally reminded me of the brother. You traded my girlfriend.
Oh my God,
and he was
awesome.
He was so emotional. Like, oh, Jay, it's okay when you do it, but as soon as I try to, you cannot be thinking, well, I'm just thinking of the players, and you know, why do we have to be cheap? Like, not you pillow talking, trying to give us some extra money on the side, talking about he needed 20% raise. Absolutely not. I was with Claire, like, girl, this is, you know, not a part of your job. But I thought it was real funny how Jay thought it was okay for her to do this, but when her brothers were trying to gatekeep and move a certain way for their girl, you traded my girlfriend, it was a problem. But how did you feel about this, Polly?
I actually thought that this is where the writers really failed, because it seemed out of character for Jeannie to do this.
Right.
Like, wait, what? This whole time she was so much smarter and grounded. Anything that had to do with her father, I thought was interesting. And their relationship. And the same thing with Claire.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of just rushed. Oh, and they became, you know, she became the first female owner to win a championship.
Yeah.
It's like this. Listen, you know, I'll take it. It sucks that they had to you had to cut storylines somewhere. These storylines suffered the most because they were so well done in the season. And this
girl was so tight. She lost her mind pillow talking. Like, girl, yeah, she's always been like really heavy into business. So for her to just be like, oh, we can give him some money, like that's just so like not her. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, because it was the brothers that were kind of idiots. She was the smart one.
Thank you, Bree. We got to get all the impressions out, you know, with this last episode and all that good stuff. Yeah. But, you know, I have to scream, you traded my girlfriend. He was so mad. Like, get over it. But she thought it was okay for her to do it here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, Claire was in this episode a little bit of everywhere when I had totally forgot all about her character.
Oh, yeah,
getting into Jerry giving good advice here. All right, Jerry. Not Jerry. All Jerry has to say is, we don't have any money. That's all he be ready to say. I am so mad that they didn't stuff Bill into this episode somewhere so I can do my Bill person. Injuries. How am I supposed to say injuries if Bill isn't here? You know, but he's not here. But this was really solid. This is the first time that I really felt genuine advice coming off of Jerry, and it felt really sentimental. And you know, Magic is like, I don't know why I froze, and I don't know what you're saying, but I'm not a selfish player. Like, yeah, but you could easily end up like me if you get into your head and don't focus on the game. How did you feel about Jerry's advice? Because this is the first time I was like, wow, Jerry West, that's really good advice.
Yeah, well, he was a player.
Yeah, but where did that give him any points in this whole season?
No, but it was player to player. He had he wasn't his coach. It was done.
He can't coach.
He can't coach. And let me say right now, okay, Magic, Byron Scott, Kurt Rambis, Derek Fisher, they all tried coaching. They were all terrible. Because at the end of the day, they wanted you to do what the fuck that you wanted. You do what I'm saying to do.
Yeah.
Just like Jerry West. That's why he was an absolute nutbag when we met him. He was amazing. So back to the scene. I think it makes perfect sense because he knows exactly what Magic is going through. Because he's gone through the same thing. Probably even worse because he lost so many finals. Jesus.
I just love that he's in his pocket here, like really giving his GM energy. I just feel like he found his space and his groove now. Because anytime y'all ask Jerry to coach anything, no, hell no, fuck no, he don't want to do nothing. Jerry don't want to do nothing. Like, I want to coach from the sidelines and give my input there, but don't ask me to coach a damn thing. But I was really happy to see him step into being that GM that really good GM that he turned out to be. Yeah, once we give, Magic that information that we need to give him, do you want to end up like me? Like, oh, that's all you have to say. Give me that. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. This was so good. This was so good, y'all. Look at Magic in the like, this just ate Larry Bird alive. Like, not y'all sitting here letting his ass pass over his shoulder, blind behind his back, and y'all just letting it happen. He was so mad, and I was just so here for Magic just really getting into his bag and playing, to the best of his ability. And just the direction here was awesome, Polly. How did you feel about Magic giving some of his throw it over the shoulder energy, because I'm just that swaggy.
Showtime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give me the ball. I'm gonna do my thing. I see Scott there. I see Coop there. I'm gonna do my thing. I remember his interviews. I remember everything about Magic. Pure love, pure joy. He's a showman. He was the perfect athlete for LA. I loved this. I couldn't even tell that this was the actor. I kept forgetting.
He's so good.
It was so incredible, man. Yeah. I mean,
I just love it. Let me see it say. And we have him to thank for bringing us Kobe Bryant. Absolutely, absolutely. Really great GM. He really turned out to be a prize. Because watching this show and Jerry West about to have a freaking heart attack like every episode, you wouldn't think that he would, be able to do something like that.
Well, really fast too. He's the one who did that deal to send out Norm, and I know you guys saw you doing the review on that. That's a fantastic trade.
It was, but I love Norm.
Yeah, but you remember how you were saying, "Oh, Reilly was just there eating chips."
Yes.
Reilly was like, "Bye, Norm."
He was.
Oh yeah, because Norm was part of the old regime. That's another thing too. When you're that coach, and you're taking over, and you're going forward with some of these guys that bought into you being the coach, you want less of these personalities. So you want that Scott, you want that big game Worthy to be, those point men that Magic, are gonna, it's perfect. And it was perfect for, they won them 5 championships.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Wayne Shaw, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for being here on the Struggle Bus. Let's see. I'm devastated this show won't have 3 seasons. All of us in the same bag. Like, I'm devastated that we're not going to get this type of direction. Like, the beauty in Magic making those shots, throwing that ball over his shoulders, like him playing, and that when it gets dark in the stadium and nobody else is there, like it's just me and I'm doing, me. Like, they really encapsulated the words that he loves. Like, basketball needs to be fun. Like, I'm not having fun out there, coach. Like, he is such a fun damn player. Magic be out there living his best life, and I feel like with the direction they really captured that.
Yeah, no, and it is a devastating way. The thing too is watching those Kareem shots as well.
Yeah,
and the Kurt Rambis, the slow motion. Magic revitalized Kareem, reinvested Kareem for those final years. I would have liked again another season. So we could have seen a nice shaved bald Kareem. That's how he went out. Oh boy, was the Black Buddha, man. He looked great, man. That farewell tour. See, guys, when this to me is my childhood. This is me and my father watching every game. So this was very special to me. This show, I knew every player, knew every move. There was a couple things I didn't know in regards to Wes. Jerry Buss, but that's all right. I was a kid.
Hmm.
But yeah, Kareem.
No, looking into the show, like Jerry West had the most to say about the show as far as this not being a great representation of him. He has been like giving the most, like, this is a deformation of my character. You guys are making me look like a crazed alcoholic. I was like, he is not digging, what they did for him in the show. But I go and I fact check a lot of the stuff here, though it's, dramatized. And of course, they take liberties. A lot of this stuff is factual. I'm just not seeing the problem with the show. Like, maybe, just because they felt smited because they weren't involved. But I feel like this is, amazing. Like, I feel like they did a great job. And I hate that the actors here had to suffer because, some of the players just didn't care for the show, period. But getting into how Larry Bird felt about the tee-hee, you sissies, you sissies.
Before you get into that, can I say something really quick about what you said?
No, go ahead.
The real athletes crying about that, about the authenticity of this. The writers were very nice to you guys.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, they could have shown really, how these guys were, because these guys were pretty notorious back in the day. So I'm just saying.
Bird always ass out mad, because in this episode Bird was ass out mad when Bird gave his little, we played like sissies, and they turned the camera and panned over to Bird's white ass. I did not expect to see them chicken cutlets fly across my screen. Now, of course, my honey was like, honey, this is basketball. Like, a lot of the guys, they are in there. Some of them are new. Some of them are in their towels, their jock straps. I was like, but I did not expect to see Larry Bird's ass this episode.
I mean... this guy, in wartime, this guy just would have been, a freaking general, man. This guy's a savage, just like what they're saying in the chat.
I didn't know that. Let me see, 12 heart transplants.
There you go.
All I gotta say.
There you go. Thank you, Monique.
Bird was so mad. Like, I was so like, it was like a shift because, we had to rush to get to a certain point. So we've only kind of low key in my eyes seen Larry Bird in a certain light. And you just saw that plex he had for Magic. You didn't really get him engaging with his other team members up until now. So the fact, like, Larry, you were out here treating people like this. Like,
except for McHale. Yeah, I mean, but they were all. Can I say bad words?
Hell, of course. Paul is me.
They were all pussies, man. That's the thing. They had no balls, man. And Bird's old school, man. And then and then when McHale wanted to go and apologize to Ravis, he's like, "I will break your fucking leg if you go over there." I'm gonna break. What he said? Get still here. Man. Dude, that was awesome.
The actor did such a good job, Polly.
Stop looking down on the floor. You're gonna find no answer down on the floor.
That ass was pale as winter. Breathe that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the white strip. That's his jock strap. You can't tell the difference.
Cover his white ass, please. No, we're gonna see ass on the struggle reviews. Y'all know that I had to get a screenshot of that, like, because I just was not expecting.
It was kind of It's kind of bummed out. The only ass we got to see this season was this.
That's the only one.
The season before was all chi-chis and beautiful.
Oh, but yeah, we get up close and personal with how Larry feels about losing. Shut the up, honey. You are not a victim. I cannot speak for how you guys feel about Honey. I did not give two damns about Honey, and you ruined my life. And I was like, Honey, you a grown ass woman. You chose to, give up your life. Now, granted, Dr. Buzz did lie. I don't know why he had to wait till we get all the way here to just verbally say, this marriage, it was to, save the team. I'm not, cheating on you. This wasn't, I just didn't tell you or something like that. But like, Dr. Buzz, I was here for Dr. Buzz, and I like low-key felt sorry for Buzz, because you could tell like he still really loves her, and if she wanted to reconcile, he would. But Honey playing the victim, trying to go after that money because her life was just destroyed. I really didn't. Maybe because we rushed, I really didn't care for Honey and her life being destroyed. Paulie, how did you feel sorry for Honey at all?
Hell no. Once a naked photo chick in a naked photo book, always a naked photo hoe in a naked photo chick book. Screw her. Jerry Buss is the man, and she just typified all the skanks out there that were trying to go get after him. I think that's what they were trying to tell with that.
$100 million.
$100 million at the time. It's probably something like twice that.
$100 million, or of course you'll just take Kareem and Magic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I just really didn't care for this. And this episode, it just felt like there was a lot of pressure on Dr. Buss. Of course, we have the team and the games, and then you have it coming from Honey, and then you kind of have it coming from the kids, and then, the people in the office. It just felt like it was a lot of pressure on Dr. Buss, to the point that, eventually we see him, he's always at the games, and then we see him transition into watching the games from his house. It's just I don't even want to go outside, but go to hell, honey. Go.
And his daughter saved him.
Yeah, I really love their relationship, and even though, because Dr. Buss is not the best father, clearly not the best husband, but he has good intentions. We're here for the intent. But if you just signed up knowing who Dr. Buss was and the kind of man he was, of course he wasn't going to hold to every single promise that he gave you. He's a words man. He just makes stuff sound good. But she was acting like he cheated on her and beat her up, or so. I don't know. It was Honey's energy at this mediation was just a lot to me.
Yeah. I didn't get that did she really love him?
The show painted it like she did, because I think it's because he sought her out. I would expect this energy from her if, she sought him out with intentions to get to the bag. But the fact that he went to her and, as you said, she was a naked hoe in the book. And, it was it's this sweet, Miss Honey, it was giving Matilda. It's Miss Honey. She teaches art at the art school and she works with the kids. She's so positive. She's a ray of sunshine, just trying to, play Monopoly with the family.
Dude,
no.
That scene where he goes to say hello to her for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That scene was hilarious because it's just like you said, it's this beautiful art school. Everything's chill, California. Jerry, you don't understand. I'm sober. I've changed my life. And then she's drinking. Drinking?
Drinking drugs too. He says, "Are you high?"
Are you high? Yes.
I think she did. She was playing Monopoly Turbo, man. She could have been. But all of the emphasis the show, Honey is a true hoe.
She's a true hoe.
The emphasis the show put on scenes like, just don't hurt me. She said, "Don't hurt me," so many times. I was like, all right, so clearly he's gonna hurt her. Let's just get to the hurt and move on.
Yeah, but then he's like, she was all hurt that that he pushed away her hand when his team's losing.
Yeah.
That's what people do. Don't touch me right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Do you think about us?
Here, man.
Do you think about us?
Giving you everything.
Well, Polly, I need you to explain this cable deal to me, because with the show, I went and looked at it because I was like, oh my God, is Dr. Buss behind ESPN and cable and all that? It was like, oh no, he's not the the head of, things like that. But explain this cable deal to me. I get it in terms, but just back then in cable access and basketball and things like ESPN, what hand does Dr. Buss have in it? Did he just buy stock in that, or was he a part of that?
I don't know. Those particulars. What I do know is that before Buss took over the Lakers, NBA was barely seen on television.
Yeah,
maybe late at night. It was dying.
Which is
absolutely
crazy.
Dying. Right, which is crazy. And the ABA was just closing up shop. Some of those great players like Moses Malone.
Get out of here, old ass nigga! Get out, you old Kareem, old nigga. I'm gonna say it for you, Paulie. Old ass nigga, get that weak shit out of here. I'm gonna say it for you, Paulie. We have to say those things because we're here.
That was fucking awesome, man. Him just disrespecting Kareem like that.
Oh man. But it's crazy to think about basketball not being really shown on TV. And I must have cackled so loud with Jerry West growling at that radio because he couldn't,
my
the
God.
like because it's not on the TV.
Yeah, both him and Reilly were just such losers
Oh
for starting
man.
the show. But I think what Bus and Claire saw was the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they were part of a cable deal to where the Laker games were going to get seen, but let me tell you, soon as it became a black and white thing, it was a very racial thing in regards to how.
Hold on, Polly.
Yeah.
TG, if I felt like that this was any type of a problematic situation and this wasn't somebody that I could say that around, then it wouldn't be said. Polly is okay and this is a safe zone, but thank you so much for your concern. Go ahead, Polly.
Yeah. It's all good. Trust me, I'm Mexican. I've heard a lot of awful stuff as well. But I think when they saw the future and they saved basketball, that rivalry of Bird and Magic saved basketball for better or for worse, and all that was treated by the media writers pretty racially. Magic was the athletic one, Bird the intelligent one. That's how they treated Roberto Clemente. They treat the great baseball player. They treat him like he was like a dumb idiot who who was
like, I'm like, Bird was the intelligent one. Okay.
Right. Right. And look at what Magic was able to accomplish. So that propelled the NBA in general. They got back on track, and the playoffs became the thing to watch, and were getting televised on the weekends and at night on CBS. It was incredible.
It's just nice to watch them be in the forefront of this, and just to see how massive it is now. And I just love the contrast between him and Red. Like, Red is just which is great. He's just focused on being that hunger. We need to win. We need to be the best. But it's just solely about the team. And Dr. Bus is just kind of a visionary. He just sees so much beyond even in the first season, the way he did all of everything without a damn dime.
But then everything too. The Laker girls.
Yeah.
No one ever did that before.
Yeah.
Look how old and cookie cutter white. Let's have some cheerleaders. But also too, look at the town that we're in. Mm-hmm. It's LA, it's Hollywood. He wanted Hollywood to come to the fabulous forum.
Yes, blue collar Boston.
That was a great rivalry because it was like, we're the real fans.
How did you feel about Claire blowing up? I was like, they really wanted to remind us that Claire's a part of the show, you guys. She's yelling. Like, how did you feel about Claire getting upset? Like, you are, once again in your own little land, you don't think about the repercussions of what could happen to us in our jobs because of your failures.
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
Again, it's like, what happened to Claire? Oh, okay. All right, great moment. They did make Dr. Bus out to be kind of aloof at times, and he's a really brilliant guy. So
let's see. Just came across this channel. I'm glad somebody's talking about this series. I loved it, but I'm shocked by it being canceled. I was wanting to see how the HIV announcement was going to be received. Jeff Short, if you run the video back, I did discuss that briefly. I was immensely waiting on that, and I'm really disappointed that we opened season 1 with that, just to kind of take it nowhere. Very, very disappointed, but thank you so much for the comment. Let's see. Do the Right Thing was a great snapshot of racially divided Lakers / Celtics created in the U.S. It was. I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Hey, Struggle. I just want to say your impressions of Jerry West and Beyonce are funny as fuck. Thank you so much. No heart, no love.
Let me see your Beyonce.
Oh my God, no, Polly.
Come on, why not? Oh my God.
This is not the live for that, Polly. We're moving on.
Oh my God. Now we're not doing Beyonce.
Yes, Dr. Bus said, I think that's the loop you're thinking. It's 100. He's always, lost for words. He's always lost for words. Oh,
yeah, but your impressions are pretty freaking amazing.
Now, you guys, of course, here at the top, I put sweep the leg, Johnny. Yeah, it was very Karate Kid on the freaking court this episode. The way that Larry Bird was plotting, as soon as like the Lakers were winning, and he just decided to get so dirty. I don't know why. I put this above Larry. I thought Larry was like, hey, if we, do our best, we just play our best, and of course I want to win, but I didn't think of Bird or just the team in general like getting down low and dirty and using tactics to like do stuff. They were really out here sweeping legs, Polly.
That's another thing I miss about the old NBA.
Oh, you can't do this anymore.
No, and that's why I really haven't watched the NBA since Kobe retired.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not the same. It's not the same game.
Claire has to be activated to get noticed. Yeah, I mean, she really didn't, because just the first season she was on this journey with the Lakers and the whole thing just as much as Dr. Buss. They just kind of made her obsolete this season for just to champion just us focusing on the rivalry and not too much of anything else. But when he whispered like they should be limping, like I was like, oh my God, Larry Bird! Like, I just want to know, with us, sweeping the leg, Johnny, getting our Karate Kid on, how much did Red pay the referees to do this? Like, who he pay off for this to be allowed? Who did he pay off for this? Like, and I went and looked. I was like, this clothesline situation actually happened.
Oh, it was worse.
This really happened. They were not calling.
Yeah.
They weren't calling anything, Paulie, and they were on home court. Like, he paid them off. I don't care. He paid these refs to do this to my team. Like, what was this?
Yeah, but I'm like, the NBA was violent, period. Like, so it wasn't like, it was just heightened because it was the finals. But this was just, this was cutthroat, man. It was the only way that Bird knew he could get his boys, and he goes, all I got to do is win one game, and we're back in it.
But you can like do this, but it's one thing for them to play dirty, but it's another thing for the refs like to not call anything. Like, they were not calling too much of anything. Like, what he paid Red. If you paid these people, just come out and say it. All these years have gone by. Nobody's gonna judge you, because from this, you paid them refs off. Like, because when we
look the other way.
Something happened, because the way that Rambis caught mid-air and slammed on his back, it was really great and really well directed first, but just all the abuse at the hands of the team. Like, when you get Coop, and y'all know how I feel about Coop don't bother nobody. Coop be chilling, minding his business, just kumbaya in the corner. They got Coop mad this episode. Don't upset Coop. What you not gonna do is upset Coop. If y'all have upset of all people Coop, or y'all messed up. Getting a rise out of Kareem to get him fouled out of the game, like this was so much, Paulie. Like, I was just so mad that Coop was mad, because I don't play that shit.
I was reliving my childhood. I remember my dad screaming scaring the shit out of me because of everything that was happening.
No, I put on screen, we're so weak. Let's play petty games. Like let's just play the game, Bird. If you're that good, if your Celtics are that good, we don't need to do all of this. Like the antics, the extra the elbows that were coming from Bird. Like, yeah, thank you goodness we can't. I mean, not thank you goodness, because I would live for a game, like a real game where they could still do this type of stuff, but just because it's my team, stop. I was upset. Let's see, in real life, it wasn't Larry Bird who told Hill to give a hard foul. It was Danny. Is that Angie?
Danny Ainge. So Danny Ainge was one of the shooters for the Celtics. Just an annoying ass player that you just hated. I hated him. I hated him. Guy could shoot, but he was just a dick. So it makes sense, because they all have their just personalities. But I think for the show, they just kind of wrapped it all into Bird. You know, he also had
Wayne said Red's probably dead, but I'm gonna say he did. Is he dead? I really don't even know. Is he?
Sure.
Because I know Dr. Bus is dead.
Yeah. I think Red passed away.
Well, you did it, Red. Roll over twice because you did it. Like, stop it.
Yeah, Danny Ainge was great for the Suns. Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. MK up in here. Let's see. We know you don't play by Coop. You know how I feel about Coop. The way that Coop was angry, like Coop was ready to fight. Coop don't be moving like that. I was just so surprised that they got a rise out of Coop and Kareem. Like Kareem was mad as hell, and he had every single right to be.
Yeah, it's like, you know, and then what damage is Coop gonna do? You know,
Coop can do damage. It's always the quiet ones. Y'all remember that. I believe Coop can whip ass any day. Yeah, even though, you know, those first episodes, the way we transition from Coop, like, you know, sometimes I just, you know, get dressed some in the locker room, you know, just so I don't have to face Kareem. Like I just get dressed. I don't want to run into Kareem, so I just get dressed somewhere else. To him just like really wanting to sock Larry Bird in his face was awesome. Oh man. But leaving this and Kareem getting fouled out, of course they take the game. Like everybody just at each other's throat. It's just absolutely amazing. I love the energy. Even Pat Reilly is just awesome. I just love it. This slow motion scene, I just had to put this here when Larry like made that shot that made the game. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Passing, cascading over those fans, you know, seeing the ball just roll all the way up to the hoop. Just the camera work was just great. I'm gonna miss this show so much. Let's see, Red been gone, ma'am. Okay.
He been there.
Oh Lord. Well, somebody who knew you, talk about him paying off these refs for stuff like this to be allowed, because there was no way we should have been able to do what they did during this game. Just downright just dirty. But if we are willing to do this, like Pat said, we are looking at a desperate team. I thought like they're desperate.
Oh God, that dude, when Reilly destroyed the medicine room, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because that wasn't his office.
No, it was not. It was where they go and get their physicals and all that good stuff.
Right. And you saw Magic deep sitting in his locker. Like
like let's let it. Of course, you guys know I had to get my Leonard. I said Leonard Chess destroying yet another office. I'm the motherfucker. He was giving Leonard Chess energy, destroying yet another office because he was upset. I almost expected him to drive off in the parking lot and just die on the street like they did in the movie. But he was just that mad. Like, but he had to calm himself just to know they are desperate. If they were, you know, okay in their team, they wouldn't have to do all of that. So you guys, you know, just keep pushing and keep fighting. But they had every right to be upset. These were so good, and Adrien Brody was just acting his ass off.
I mean, if anyone should get an award. I mean, so many great acting performances.
Are they going to get any, Paulie? Because nobody's even acknowledging the show. Like,
They might get nominated because it's, you know, they're pretty big names, the politics and shit like that. You know, Brody was pretty incredible season.
Getting into red beans and rice and his horrible tactics.
That was so gross.
Hot water only. First of all, you got my man Kareem out there on the oxygen tank. We don't want to see that. It's 81 outside and 94 inside. Like, really? I have no doubt in my body that Red strategically had that AC cut off. I don't care what they didn't say it in the show, but I just feel like if we were willing to cut off, you know, the cold water and just only have hot, who said that we didn't, you know, bug the AC just to have an advantage over the Lakers and have Larry Bird clean house? This was terrible. First of all, it looked funky, sweaty. All them Celtics fans and all that gross sweat coming off of their hyperactive ass bodies. It looked disgusting, but it was great. Paulie, how did you feel about this?
Yeah, I mean, sorry, you know, like it was nauseating to see that, which is probably why they wanted us to feel the heat. It's like, let's have a couple of white boys with their shirts off as fans. They're like, whoa. Like they're dripping. You're like,
so dramatic. The I don't know, whatever the little flags up there to let you know they won championships in the past, those were dripping. Like everything was just dripping.
Everything was dripping. It's like, okay, we get it. get it. This place is fucking gross. Boston Gardens. Blow me.
I just love Pat Riley. Like, get him out of here. Like, this shit is embarrassing. Take him in the back and rinse him off, for God's sakes. God damn, he's dying. Like, get him out of here.
Wow.
But this was really great and it was intense. But just to know that, you know, Red is willing to just go to no ends just to win a game. Did they really want to get married? Because it does not look like it here. Of course, Magic's mother is checking in. Like, you still gonna marry my cheating ass son, right? So he can cheat on you some more. You gonna marry him, right, Cookie? We need you here to support our son and be by his side, girl. Of course, Cookie is like, you know, I still have life, you know, things I wanted to do. Like, I don't know if I'm just ready to be thrust into the spotlight and only be known as Cookie, Magic's woman, which is, of course, what she became. But yeah, there's a... I think this is 84, and of course they got married in 91. Clearly, we were not ready when we put that ring on Cookie's finger. Do you have anything on this? Yeah,
it's pretty. The story is like they went in and out of getting married in real life. Then they finally tied the knot because you know he just kept fucking.
Yeah, Monique.
Magic
didn't get married until after his diagnosis. Like, yeah, we weren't really, you know, he wanted to have Cookie there, but we weren't in a position to marry her and be faithful to her.
And who's this actress playing Cookie?
Gosh, I have
never seen her before, but she really grew on me. I didn't like her at first, and I was like, oh my god, she's really good. And of course, the father, I love the father.
Let's see.
So, yeah, great casting.
I would have told Magic's mom, F my ex, you can keep that. Don't say that, Bree. Like, she's just the way that Magic mom, you know, this is not her first time in the show checking in. Like, you still here, Cookie? You still gonna be here with my son, right? Girl, I don't gotta be with your son. Like, I want somebody to sit here and pacify and be here to support your son, even when he's, you know, not being the best man that he could possibly be to me. No, ma'am. Let's see. The Magic Cookie-ish was, they could have did better with this, Isaiah. Like, I think if they would have really not rushed, because literally they just got married last episode. If we had spent more time with them, like just as much as it was, you know, the balance was really great for that first season for us to be invested in them as well as Cookie. But all the, you know, mere phone conversations where it just looks like Cookie is just in waiting and Magic isn't working for a damn thing, it really didn't do a whole lot for their union.
How's Virginia doing? His name's Virgil. I like that shit. That was funny. Yeah, it was kind of lame too. And like, did Cookie have a career in real life? She like had a career.
They had her doing some designs or something here last episode. I was like, Cookie has a job.
That was so weird. That was kind of weird.
Dad, we're grown-ups. You have Jay's here, like, she's trying her best to, of course, she's grown a whole lot and she's trying to grow beyond just waiting around. Like, Dad, I'm not sitting around waiting for your approval anymore. And, you know, furthermore, I'm not just going to be here in your pocket every single time one of your little relationships, you know, fails or, you know, my grandmother passes away and then you want to pick up, you know, myself and the boys when it's convenient. Matter of fact, we aren't boys and little girls anymore. Like, I was glad she finally, they could have did better with it because, you know, their relationship has been a really big part of the show, but she kind of stepped into her womanhood in this episode as far as, I guess, Dr. Bus is concerned. How did you feel, Paulie?
This is really my favorite kind of, you know, subplot.
Yeah.
Two characters. So, you know, I like it when it's them. Before also too, you know, with Sally Field as
Sally
mom.
Fields. Great.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I actually of everything that was rushed, this was satisfying to me, especially then of course the ending of the episode.
Yeah, and I was just glad. He's like, you want to come? She's like, no, this is the game. We are going to the game. We would not be sitting, you know, in hiding. And she just, you know, showed, because she didn't want to go, but she showed up. She was like, oh, Honey suing for $100 million. I, you know, regardless of how I feel about my dad, I'm going to go and I'm going to support him, which is just great. Their relationship has been really, really, really awesome throughout the whole show. It's been one of the things that has been, you know, really consistent. Fuck you, white boy. This This was
Dude.
great. This was so great.
Dude, this meme is everything.
This was so great.
Hold on, let me just take this shit in.
This was so great. Like, I have these terrible migraines. What gets these migraines off of me is, taking it out on, them players. What, I'm finna go out there and whoop ass. I love how he read Magic. Like, like Magic, you don't care. You just coming in here to check if I'm gonna play. I mean, yeah, we cannot do it without you. You know what? Let me sit up, get this ice off of my forehead, and let's just go out here and wreck. The effects here were really, really great. Once again, getting into that superhero energy that Polly was talking about. Breaking, the rim and all the sparks and stuff. Really, really good. But this was great.
Yep, just defying the gravity, being
Oh man, Polly.
I know. I was having fun.
Those damn white boys.
Those,
Yeah, you white boy.
Yeah. You know what we say, TG? Pinche gringos.
Pinche gringos.
Pinche gringos.
No, it was great because he kind of got his get back with that energy, that abusive, foul energy that Larry Bird and the other team members were giving. Like, we don't got to do all of that. I'll still kick your ass because I'm Kareem. I love it.
He is, and he's comparatively a much older man playing the game.
Yeah,
in his career. So
yeah,
I mean, man, he was getting beat.
Great. Where's your joy, son?
What was the scene? I kept waiting for her to pick up a fucking bop and like, is this lady real? This is how you introduce Bird's mom? This was terrible.
Where's your joy, son? Magic has something. He has joy. Where's your joy, son? What do you mean? I don't have any damn joy, Mom. I just want to win the game. I want to win.
Second beer of beef, Bill Lambier. You know what I'm saying? I know, that's why I said it.
Oh man, I did like her acknowledging, Magic does he has fun. He has a certain sense of, happiness and joy to his life as a player. All that you have is, winning in this game. And then after this, you just have the joy of, hoping that you win the next championship. Like, he has no life outside of this and beer. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Did Larry Bird lose their smile? I think so. I absolutely think so. Like, yeah, this scene was very one-off because we had never seen his mom. So we get, where's your joy out of nowhere in the locker room? It's like, what? Let's see. Working and lurking. Hello, Fletcher. Thank you so much for being here. Yo, Kareem and Kurt were out there dropping boys like the Montgomery ball. They were. And it was so good, Isaiah. It was so good. And I was here for it. I was here for all of that. Let's see. I'm new to your lives, but do you do live discussions regarding that? I will be actually doing one towards the end of this week, actually. So I don't know if I'm going to do it on the regular Turbo Man, but I'm actually going to do one this week with a couple of guests. Let's see.
I hate to go. I feel like we're just getting warmed up with
no,
the
you're
jokes.
fine, Polly.
I gotta leave. I gotta
go. You are absolutely fine, Polly.
So
I have enjoyed you so much for the time that we have had you, but we would definitely have you back on. Just for something, even if it's not the Lakers anymore.
Where's your joy, son?
But Polly, you have been just absolutely wonderful, and thank you so much for being here for the time that you were.
Thank you, and then I'll see you this Monday on our live stream.
Absolutely. You guys go and support Polly on the Latino slant and piece him out of here in the best way possible. I'm putting your link in the chat now.
You guys were great in the chat. This was awesome. Yeah. See this television show. It's really good.
Absolutely. Thank you, Polly.
Okay. Bye, sweetie. Take care.
Bye.
Ciao. Adios.
All right. Let's get. And we're back, and it's just us. I'm just playing, y'all. Thank you so much for that super sticker. Thank you so much, Savannah. I appreciate it so much. Let's see. Would they ever let a woman be an owner? Of course. We see Jay here sitting in the seat that she is eventually going to take on, just period. And it was great. Like, I was kind of really shicey with the way that they just threw Claire in here. Like, they poured Claire on us as much as they could in this episode to remind us that she is a big part of the cast. So it just kind of felt disjointed, but it was nice to see Jay just sitting here dreaming of what is going to come into fruition. Girl, you are going to be the owner, and it's going to be absolutely awesome when you fill your dad's shoes. It's just, we're not going to see it though, but it's great. It's okay. It is absolutely okay. But let's, just keep going with the show, y'all. This is great here. This, like, I didn't cry, but just to the passion that was in Pat's eyes with this speech and all of, give it all you got, like leave it on the floor type. And I was like I got so invested by the time we got to game 7. I was invested like they were going to make a comeback and win, even though I already knew beforehand our boys lost. That's just how good it was here. That's just how good it was here. See, Turbo, that part got a little cringy, knowing she's actually now the owner. Could have been more subtle and foreshadow. Yeah, with that, and I thought it was adorable. Not so much that scene, but the scene that we get in the end with her and Dr. Buzz kind of laid out in the middle of the court. I like that one more, but it was cool. I didn't mind it. They were just trying to wrap this up in the best way, because we're not going to see those great moments. Like, crap. Let's see. I'm getting sad because the show is now over. Right? Like, Pat coming through with this speech was just absolutely everything. I just loved it, because it's like, forget what anybody has to say. Forget, those fans out there. Forget all of that. Like, don't come back in here with any regrets, just feeling like maybe if I could have given a little bit more. Give everything that you have to give right now, and let's just kick some ass. I wanted them to win so bad, y'all. So freaking bad. Once they actually got out there and those Celtics are giving that energy like we already won. I was mad. You can't block me. We still have a chance. I don't hear no fat lady singing yet. We still have an opportunity. Of course, you have Jerry West that's so like Jerry, what you Jerry up there, on the the cutaways, wrestling with that freaking radio, which is absolutely hilarious to me. Just to hear him, girl, like, I don't even have no words for this shit. I just want us to win. God damn it. We couldn't, it wouldn't be a good send off if we didn't have Jerry at least pop one vein in his neck before we left. So that was right. I thought he was gonna rip that intent off of that radio and just throw it on the ground. Girl. Huh? There were no words, Bree. It was just God, yeah. Like, all right, we feel you. We share the same sentiments, Jerry. But when we get to that point where it's just 8 minutes on the clock and they start to come back, like, y'all, it was so good. When I tell you, I was running, I did a lap, I was throwing this chair, like, hell yeah. I was yelling so much. I wanted them to win so freaking bad. If you couldn't tell me I wasn't in the crowd and they didn't have a chance to win. That's just how good the writing and the direction was here. Kareem serving it, Magic serving it, Mama out there praying, Dr. Buzz turned into that camera yet again. Like, yeah, I told you my boys are on point. Like, we will always have a chance to redeem ourselves and come back, whether we win or lose, because we are just that damn good. Like, the fact that they, those Celtics thought they had it in the bag. It's just like, oh shit, like, they're making a comeback. Yeah, you have to work for this. We are not giving up, no matter, how much of an advantage you have, how many, seconds we have left on the clock, down to the very last wire. They tried their hardest. Like, I was getting really emotional here because I really wanted them to win. I didn't cry at this point. Y'all already know where I cried, and we're gonna get to it because I just had to cry because I was so sad. I was so sad for them, but this was just all amazing, and so was the direction. Like, we will never have another show like this, and it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. Let's see. The fourth wall breaks on screen were golden because no current shows use that. No, they don't. And it's used well. Like, it's a way to use it, and it's just not really entertaining. And it's just like, why are we here? I would rather just get back into the show. But I love those moments, especially the moments that we got with Magic and everything. Like, when Magic turned to the screen, like, yeah, Kareem meant that shit too. And we cut to Kareem. Fuck you, white boys. fuck you, Larry Bird. Like, all y'all. so freaking good. Girl, God damn it, we don't have any money. We don't have any money. You know, you gotta get your Jerry West on. Let's see. It's called Winning Time, but left us on a losing note. Brick City. We finna get to it. Let's move on. Our boys didn't win. They fought a good fight, but they did not win. Just that transition of us not even. What was this? What was this, you raggedy ass Boston Celtic fans? What was this? Like, I love when they, put the cutaways here and it's just like, oh, no, this is not, just for spice. This actually happened. Who thought they had the nerve to jump on the back of Kareem's back, nudge his bald spot, and thought it was going to be okay? Excuse me? Like, rightfully so, you got thrown on the ground and punched out because we already was getting all celebratory, like already on the freaking court before, the clock ran out because they just knew it was theirs. But to jump on Kareem's back, Rambus punching people out, like, get the hell, we already mad. Y'all already done upset Coop. Y'all know how I feel about Coop. He deserved every single bit of that punch because who told you, like, you can feel how you want to feel about your team and y'all winning. Don't touch my body. Like, get the hell away from me, you little jump. Like, when he was, I was like, Kareem already don't have no hair right there. What the hell you doing? Trying to start a fire? Get the hell off my back. Oh, God. But this was really great. Like, the Celtics fans showed their ass naturally because this is what they wanted. They wanted to beat LA, and that's what we got. Let's see. These kind of fans set the blueprint for Malice at the Palace. Man. Oh, man. Let's see. They could have ended it in 1988 with their last championship after everybody left. Yeah, I just with them opening on Magic's diagnosis, I really expected us to end there. Like, that's where I expected us to go. But of course, for reasons that we discussed earlier, we did not get there. Getting into us, losing. We ain't even got to linger on the winners for too long. We already know who won. I had to put the slide in here because, they won. Don't really care, but they won and they are living their best life in comparison to our boys in the locker room who are just absolutely devastated. We get into Magic and the team walking back to the locker room. I was holding strong, y'all. Once we got here, I couldn't hold my tears back. I had to do one of these, like, oh gosh, like, oh no, Magic, don't cry, Magic, please don't cry, Magic. Like, Magic, don't cry. You don't get to cry. Like, y'all did what needed to be done. You gave that floor every single thing you had. This game, everything you had. Like, just to see them huddle around him, y'all, it made me so emotional that Magic was just so devastated. I was crying because by the time I saw the show, it was I was told before that it was canceled before I even got a chance to watch it. So I already knew that it was canceled watching it. So just to get here and know that they're not going to redeem themselves, like, y'all going to end on this? This? Why? Like, so our boys get no redemption. We end here. This is sad. Hello, Aisha K. Yes, but run that video back. I had all type of thoughts. I was like, yeah, we gonna get them Detroit Pistons and the Bulls and Michael Jackson in the 90s, and we gonna get, the Miami Heat, and so we ain't getting none of that. Like, if we do, it absolutely won't be of this quality. Of course, I discussed that more in the beginning, but yeah, this pissed me off. This is really where my tears came from because before me knowing, that the show was going to get canceled, I was like, I know they're going to lose, but I cannot wait till we get into the next season and they get to redeem themselves and they really get to step into like the badass Lakers. We end on a loss. Michael, did I say Michael Jackson? I mean Michael Jordan. MJ, one of the MJs. We ended here with my boy crying in the shower to mask his tears, like, in this dirty, dingy ass Celtics locker room. This was really disappointing. And even I did like the looks that was on Dr. Buss's face, because even though you can tell that he's resentful and he wanted to win, it's this calmness on Dr. Buss's face in the show that's just like, y'all can have this one. We are going to come back. My team is just that damn good. So even though you won, I know we're better and we're eventually going to take it. But the fact that we don't get to see it, I was so mad. Y'all was smacking stuff, about to break my little desk and my little microphone. You get mad when you break your own stuff. I was so mad. I was about to Lenny chest everything over here. But of course, we're not going to get that. We leave here and we just speed, 5 days later. I was like, a whole 5 days. All right. We end off here. This was sweet. This was really, I can't woo side, Bree. I was mad, Bree. I was mad. Like I was just so invested in the show because this is all new to me. Like everybody who's a fan, maybe this is just like, girl, we been knew that, the rivalry I didn't know. So this is just being introduced to me now. I was hella invested in the show. Like I don't think I've been this mad since Lovecraft Country. I was pissed off. This was sweet though. This belongs to us, and this vibe of, I'm gonna eventually pass this on to you, and we know what became of Dr. Buss, what became of Jay. So this was a really, touching, sentimental kind of full circle moment with where they were in the beginning when he was just trying to get the team off the ground. It's not okay. Don't say that. It's not. It's absolutely not. It's the last thing I expected to do going into episode 7 of season 2 was shed a tear. I was like, no, I'm prepping for my boys to lose. And then we're going to, leave off the season with them prepping for they come back and to whoop that ass the following year. No, we end off with the show being over. The audacity. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to woo side because my heart palpitations is going. I'm about to turn into Jerry West in a minute and my vein going to pop out my neck. We're going to keep going. We are going to keep going. But we get into the end, y'all. We get into this whole little montage of, actual factual, closing off with the show's legacy. If you guys want to just leave a couple of comments, because I was going to discuss this with Paulie, but just leave comments as far as, what you think the legacy of this show will be. Like, are people going to forget about this show? Because it wasn't, it didn't have a whole lot of notoriety like the big shows anyway. Like, I think the legacy of this show is going to be something to be found later on when it's just going to be like, oh, like I didn't watch it when it was on, but later on in whatever, I ran up on the Winning Time Lakers Dynasty. This show is great. It's one of the great ones that got canceled. I think it's going to be discovered later, which is just absolutely unfortunate. Let's see. You have documentaries to watch about the rival. Yeah, I think Sean isn't in the chat today, but he did tell me about the documentaries and stuff, and I'm going to check them out. I just was really, really invested here. Let's see. Red canceled the season from below. Not from below. Let's see. I'm about to go rewatch season 1 when I get off YouTube. Yeah, anytime we get into a season finale of a show, I always go and rewatch the very first episode of whatever the first season was. It just made everything just sting a whole lot more because I was like, dang, we not gonna get what we need. Let's see. So we have the Lakers beat the Celtics the next year, winning the 1985 finals by taking Game 6 in Boston Garden. Really now? Would have been nice to see that, but we'll take these little words on screen and try to live our best life, even though we don't get to see them. I just feel like they're too good for this. Like, why would y'all send my boys off on this note, y'all? So you're sorry bastards. But for the rest of the 1980s, one or both of the two teams appeared in every single NBA Finals. Why y'all trying to tease us with all this potential of what could have been? Like, just let the episode go off. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see it. Like, just let the episode go off. We know what it was. Like, these little things, like, this made me mad. Like, I felt cheated reading these. I was like, what the hell? I felt sorry for anybody who was watching this and didn't know. Like, at least I knew going in that it was canceled. Like, the people who just watched this episode outright when it came out and then you just roll up on this, like, what the hell is the show canceled? Like, I would have been so devastated. Let's see, in their head-to-head matchups, the Lakers won 2 out of 3. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. whatever. This is just great. I would have loved to see all this triumph ass energy. Let's see. Didn't even want to read them because I know what it meant. Yeah, I read them because I was sad. I had to do something. Let's see. Maybe Magic got it canceled because he didn't want them to show how he got the virus. I mean, Brick City. I kind of discussed that a little earlier. He's already been really vocal about how he got the virus. Through multiple sex partners, and we see that throughout the show. And we ain't see nothing in the show. Magic was getting it in. So I just didn't feel like there was anything here for any player, coach, GM, owner, whatever, to feel ashamed of as far as representation. I thought everything here was done really great in moderation. It wasn't like too much, but it was just enough. It was perfect in my opinion. I don't think it's offensive, but then again, I'm not, Kareem, I'm not Magic. Like, well, whatever. And just even getting into Magic, like who he is just solidified. It's set in stone. Nothing that happens here is going to change Magic's legacy. So like, why are you so mad? Relax. Tee-hee, get your ass over there and sit down and let us enjoy the show. But I don't know if whatever. Whatever. Let's see. But if nothing else, I'm sure this show will lead some of the actors into great futures in their careers. I worry about that too, Bree, the same way I worry about Wu-Tang. I did that bit. I took that biscuit, son. Same way I worry about my actors in Wu-Tang and shows like that, where you have these really great unknowns who do really well in the show, and then they kind of fall off of the face of the freaking planet because it's such a limited amount of opportunities. I'm hoping that we see all of these people here again. Like, oh gosh, my heart. But yeah, we leave off of Pat Riley's legacy. That was just absolutely amazing. We got some Paul Westhead, y'all. I was like, oh, I ain't expect y'all to put Paul in the credits. Paul Westhead finally got a chance to institute the system. Magic, get your ass to your spot. Magic, get your ass back here now. Get in your spot, Magic. I promise to God, I'll put your ass on the bench. Get over here. You're not in your spot using the system. I just had to get that out because we're not going to be able to do it anymore. Paul Westhead finally got a chance to institute his system as a college coach. I knew all these things. It's just the whole Marymount thing. I think he had some success there, and then some other stuff happened there where Paul was like, really, Paul, you getting over here at the university's messing up too. But let's see, his squad became the highest scoring team in the NCAA history. Yeah, I looked at this because I didn't know anything about the show, so I looked up some facts. So this wasn't anything I knew. When I read these things, this was like, oh, I'm looking forward to this actually happening in real time on the show. And it's like, oh, y'all ain't finna give us nothing. Let's see, that freaking system all day long. Let's see, Snowfall and Wu-Tang at least ended. Yeah, I mean, I wanted another season of Wu-Tang, low-key, but it's cool. Like, this just feels very incomplete. And even though the episode was great, I'm just not that damn system. The system. Let's see, Martin voice, huddle up, give me love. Yes, give me love. Everybody needs a hug after this because it's just, man. Let's see, they got to finish it with a movie with the same actors. That would be great. That would be absolutely great. Like, if Magic, and which, comes with a grain of salt, because when the players or whoever is, everybody wants to be modest when it comes to the retelling of their story and worry about their image instead of just being honest and bold. So it does perform better when it is in another writer's hands, a producer, a director, rather than, Magic or Kareem or whomever or Larry Bird sitting there pinpointing, oh no, put that in there. I don't want that there. Yeah, I don't want, no, you want to nitpick and stuff. If they could, get on some good terms to where they could, support something like a movie or, Magic, you weren't satisfied with this. None of y'all were satisfied. It was a poor man's interpretation of you as team members and all this other great stuff that you guys said. Do your own thing. Like, don't you guys want us to look at your legacy? Like, I'm upset. Let's keep going. Like, produce your own thing, but don't sit here and act like these boys did not body you as characters. Like, I can't see anybody else portraying them. Let's see. Kareem's career scoring record stood for nearly 40 years until LeBron James surpassed it February 7th, 2023. Man. Oh, way to go, Kareem. Fuck you, white boys. Way to go, Kareem. Way to go, Kareem. Oh man, like Polly said, I wish we could have, transitioned into bald Kareem and when he was still out there moving and shaking. Oh man, it's Jerry West. Hell no, I don't want Coop. I'll put your ass on the bench, Coop. And you, Kareem. God damn it, Kareem. Yeah, Kareem, you have a good game. I'm just gonna go over here. Hall of Famer Jerry West went on to thrive, which we already discussed. As Lakers GM in 1996, he traded all six center for a skinny high school player named Kobe Bryant. GOAT. There's so much stuff we could do with this premise of the show. So many freaking directions that we could go in. Let's see. Let's have a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant and Gigi. Absolutely. I'm always here for that. Get to your goddamn spot, Magic. There we go. R.I.P. to both of them. That's terrible. Oh, let's see. If they do their own, will they be honest about it? Really? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Monique. Like, y'all don't want these people to do it, or you were unhappy. I just do not see anything here where I will be like, damn. The only thing here that I guess Magic would be in his body about was the way they portrayed him with the sexual partners. But is this not accurate? Were you not out here moving a little reckless? Like, oh gosh, whatever. It's not a documentary. It's a dramatization. Liberties are going to be taken. But as far as I know, when I go to fact check some stuff, it actually happened. Let's move on. We're almost to the end. I can't believe that this is over. By the end of their careers, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird combined for 24 All-Star teams, 8 NBA titles, and together are credited for saving the NBA. Amazing. Amazing. This could have went so far. These are just things that I would love to be, put to screen. Not that I have a problem with because I love me a good documentary, child, but these actors just did so great. I just would love to see them grow and, age and see, the growth in character as players, versus how we met Kareem and Magic and how, maybe the position that Kareem and Magic were in. Once again, that HIV diagnosis, Kareem's retirement, like Magic's retirement, like, y'all, I'm about to get mad again. I'm about to get mad again. I see that comment, Danny. I got hiccups now. Too funny. Let's see. After Magic was diagnosed with HIV in 1991, one of his first phone calls was from Larry Bird. I love how they thought they did something for us. Where's my drink? That didn't do nothing for me. I mean, that's nice. That's nice. They did try to kind of pull it back as, it was more than rivalry. They were actually really close friends. But if I don't get to see it, I don't care. It would have been really bummed to see them transition from this into being real life friends. That would have been really, really good. Bree, thank you so much for the $2. $2 cents. I can't even get it out. $2 super chat. Throw some dollars for the system. For the system. Throw some goddamn dollars for the system. Get your asses to your spot and throw some dollars for the system. Make it rain in a club. Diamond. Dollars for the goddamn system. Get in your fucking spot. Let me keep going. Throw some dollars for the absolute system. Magic and Cookie have been married for 32 years. I'm sorry. That's great. I'm sorry. That's amazing. Congratulations to you too. I don't know what they want me to do with this information. I mean, of course we know that they they are clearly, been POP holding it down, married to this day. They were very courteous in this show. Because I could tell, I could see if Magic was like deliberate, like I don't want to relive none of that and all that shit where Cookie was mad at me. I was out here, being promiscuous, cheating on her when our, relationship was tumultuous or whatever. Because they did it a little bit in the show, but it wasn't a whole lot. Like maybe those are things that he don't want to relive and want us to see, like the woes of things that happen. But I would have loved to see, because I think that's everybody. They were on the cover of them Ebony magazines and Jet magazines and all that good stuff, Essence way back in the day. But just to deal with the likes of Magic and everything that they went through in their relationship, settle down, propose, be engaged for many years, get married after your diagnosis, and that's something that I have to accept as your wife with your children. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that. I really wanted to see that, and I felt like there would have been so much growth in Cookie's character and her demeanor, because she would have had to transition into a completely different woman to really even be able to fathom something like that and just be able to be equipped to stick around. Like, I wanted to see that. And we ain't gonna get to see that. Let me read some of y'all comments. Let me read some of y'all comments. Let's see. It's okay. Sex work popping right now. We don't care. Yeah, like, the show didn't do a lot to service us caring about their union. The potential of what could have developed over, a season or two would have been amazing. Let's see. We want our show back. And that we do. We absolutely do. Let's see. Good for them in their marriage, but I would have loved to see it on screen. Yeah. Let's see. Honestly, the slideshow as a whole did nothing for me except make me mad at the council. Yeah. Me too. We are all in the same freaking boat. Like, absolutely. Let's see, the Lifetime biopic slideshow ending. Yeah, I felt like this was so cheap, and just like with how amazing the show has been, I feel like this was so cheap. This was like a quick way to kind of try to satisfy us as fans, and give us some type of ending, and not just feel us like, oh, they ain't even give us a proper ending. I'm still smiting and I'm still mad. So it didn't really do what y'all set out for it to do, but thanks for the effort. Let's see. They show Michael and his wife Juanita. They did in the Ebony in the plot, right? I know. I went back and watched it, Turbo. I went back and watched it when he's sitting in that damn that doctor's office, and he's looking like their union in comparison to like the place that he is in his life. Even Quincy Isaiah, he looks totally different there. Like, there was just so much to transition to, and we gonna miss out. Don't make me mad, Turbo Man. Get out. Get to your spot, Turbo Man. Don't come over here with them comments. Let's see. I did not enjoy saying bye to this show. Absolutely not. Like, because it's just it was so much that we had to look forward to. So to just say bye here is just you feel cheated on. I feel like Cookie. Oh, we already know that she became the owner and all that good stuff. First female owner to win an NBA championship. Good for you. Like, things we already know that we all looked up. Well, myself, because I didn't know anything when I looked up these things on Google when I got into the show in the first season. Yeah. Congratulations. Dr. Bus would be proud. Moving on. Just kidding. Like, this is so cute. Let's see. His Los Angeles Lakers are now one of the most valuable sports franchises in the world. Oh, really? That's amazing news. Let me take this off, guys. I'm so sad. I'm really sad. Like, I just want to lay down now, because I don't have anything left to give to the situation. I don't. Like, we deserve better. The show deserved better. And, for all the hatred for the show from the players, like, y'all wanted y'all, like, because for the people who don't know anything about the Lakers, like myself, who just happen to watch the show, y'all gonna let them have y'all go out on a loss? If I was Magic, Kareem, I would be putting all my little ducats in a row to save this show so they can finish the story. But that's just me. But whatever. Let me read some of y'all comments before I get out of here. Don't cry. I'm not. I already cried. I shed my tears yesterday. I'm finished. I'm just, this is it. Next time y'all see me, we'll be talking about Gen V, the spinoff of The Boys, and rap shit that aren't half as good as this. Well, not I don't know about Gen V, because if Gen V is anywhere close to The Boys, it's gonna be fire, because I love The Boys with a passion. Let's see, poor Cookie. Like, yeah, I feel cheated. I feel like Cookie. Let's see, and Isaiah low key a piece of chocolate. I'm gonna miss Tyra's reviews. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna miss them too. I'm gonna miss engaging with you guys in this way. It's gonna be so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Hopefully, we get something that's close to the caliber of how good this show is, and it just happens to be successful enough to get renewed for a couple of seasons. Because if they Winning Time, Lovecraft us, Underground us again, it's always the stuff with the black people on it. Let's see. I'm going to miss Cookie. Question. It's always question energy with Cookie, and that's okay. It's okay. I was surprised how good this show was. I was expecting it to be dark and dramatic. It was very good. It was that, and so many other things. Let's see. I need to hear. I didn't. Hold on, Aisha. Let me sit up. We gotta sit up and get ourselves together. Like, really, Magic? You had a whole baby. Like, how could you do that to me? What do you have to say for yourself, Magic? You have a whole son. I ain't mean to do that. Like, I ain't mean to do that, Cookie. Like, what the fuck, girl? I ain't mean to walk to the store and forget the bread. I ain't mean to do that. Like, you got a whole kid. I love how they tried to throw the kid in there this episode. Like, oh, he's getting so big and so strong. Like, don't try to bring that kid up in this company now. Y'all ain't said shit about that kid this whole show. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Been thinking about requesting Coming to America. The colorism between the... Oh, girl. Not the colorism between the chocolate sister and how come she always gets the good ones. Don't get me started, pretty girl. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, girl. Let's see. As long as they didn't cancel P-Valley, we don't know what's going on with P-Valley right now. P-Valley always hanging on a thin little strand, and then they want to throw in this writer strike and all this other stuff. Ciao. Let's see. I apologize for what happened in the stream tower. Oh no, that is absolutely fine. Like, I'm really close to Polly. Polly is a really dear friend of mine and a really close person to the channel. So that's not, privy information for you to know. If you guys want to voice anything on here, that's what it is. That's what you guys are here for. I have no problem with that. But of course, I'm going to say what I need to say. You are absolutely fine, TG. Thank you. I didn't mean to do that. Let's see, the writers didn't care about that child. Did not. It was just like, let's sprinkle him in the midst of this dinner conversation. Let's see, I'm hoping to get a request for The Crow next month when I get a chance. Oh, child, I'm wearing the makeup and everything for that. I'm gonna get my Brandon Lee on. But you guys, myself, because Polly's gone. Polly's been awesome. Thank you so much for that. I'm about to get out of here. A whole lot is going on with the Mac video, but I have it on hold for next week. I'm gonna have a guest that was just he's only available next week, and I really want to have him on the channel for the after party. So we're gonna get the review for the Mac next Wednesday. This week, Bree, while you are in here, before this week is out, your Blue Hill Avenue should be up. I'm working on that now and trying to get that out, as well as The Past, Candy's movie. So be on the lookout for those two things before this week is out. But you guys have just been absolutely awesome. Before you go, let's talk about them nails. What nails? Better not be these overgrown situations here. Let's see. Maybe we could get a TV show, but they need a show about her low down ass. Oh, you know what? With Brick City, I gotta go. I gotta go. Y'all leave some comments. I'm gonna respond. But you guys have been absolutely amazing. This journey of talking about this show has been great. I love talking about things that I maybe feel like I ain't mean to do that. I don't got the capacity to talk about this show. I don't know nothing about sports, but with this show being so great, you don't really have to be a sports person to just be really enthusiastic about it. So it's just been great. Unfortunately, it is canceled, but I will be, of course, still doing my reviews for The Changeling. Gen V, as I said, that's also coming up on the 29th. If you do not watch The Boys, you sleep. And rap shit that I think comes out in November. So just be out on the look for that. But unfortunately, Winning Time is no more. This has been great. Please drop down in those comments and leave a yellow and a purple heart for my boys. Don't play, because I'll say this here and then y'all just click off and go lay down somewhere. Don't do that. I ain't mean to do that. Don't do that. Let's send our boys off properly. But you guys have been great. Thank you so much for being here with me. I will definitely see you guys next time. Good night and be safe and all that good stuff. I ain't mean to do that.